Hello students, how are you all? I hope you are fine. So let us come back to our lesson today. I am going to teach 6th class science to you. As you know that in the last class what we have discussed, who eats what. So the plant or animal, what's the source of food we are getting, that we have learnt in the last class. And today I brought you some more plants and animals food to make you to learn. And in the last class you also have learnt about your friend Srinivas, how he prepared biryani, isn't it? So today in the food components in the our food lesson, we are going to learn some plant parts what we take as food. Understand? So let us see here. Eat me and eat me not. Eat me and eat me not. What is the part we can eat from the plant or animal? Mostly I have brought to you here the plant parts. So see, name of the plant, the part that we eat. Understand? First, these are all our regular items what your mother uses in your kitchen regularly, but most of you may not know that which part of the plant we are taking as a food. So that's why it is very important and necessary to learn all of you that what is the part that we are eating from the plant. So as you know that plants are most useful things in our world. So everything we get from plants. So let us start. Daily in our regular life, these are the things which we will see. First one is fenugreek. What is that? Fenugreek. So first one, fenugreek. The common we call in our regular style is menthulu. See the menthulu what we get, how do we get, from which part of the plant we get? Those we get from seeds, and that menthi leaves also we use in the preparation of nice vegetative and non-veg recipes like biryani and etc. So that menthi leaves. So the seeds, menthi seeds will be like that. See, you might have understand when you see that, isn't it? So now first part is fenugreek, that is menthulu. That menthulu we get from seeds and leaves of the plant. Understand? The plant name is called as fenugreek. Now next, common ingredients which we use in all our regular dishes is mustard. Mustard most of our students know, but again you are having in the lesson. So mustard Telugu name avalu. So avalu how do we get, from which part of the plant? Seeds. Understand? So avalu you can watch there, seeds, mustard seeds there. Is it clear? Now, so mustard seeds, avalu. Next, the part regularly, the plant part which we use regularly in our curries. So without which our curry is not prepared is onion. Understand? So onion, what is the part which we eat? That is nothing but it is called as bulb. What is that? Bulb. The stem part, it will be what we will eat. Understand? So onion you might have known regularly the picture. Understand? So what is the part we will use from? We will use from cabbage. Which part of the plant used as a food as cabbage? Do you know? Let us learn today. So the cabbage, most of you think that they are like leaves, isn't it? Cabbage, it is like leaves, but it is not leaves, it is generally bud. What is that? Bud. So from the stem, it arises as a bud. That bud will cover with any leaves. So the bud, largest bud is called as cabbage. We will eat as a food. Understand? As a curry also. Now, what is that? Asafoetida. Next what? Asafoetida. It is a common ingredient which makes our dishes spicy and delicious. Most of the people they don't use and they don't know also, but generally the people they use in sambar and tiger rice and all, they use is asafoetida. Asafoetida common name is hingua. Understand? So from which part of the plant this asafoetida or hingua is produced? The roots and raisins are crushed and grinded as a powder and they mix along with the wheat and rice flour and they'll serve in the bottles. Understand? So the other part of the plant which produced from seeds is cumin. Cumin means it's a common jeerakarra, what we use in our regular kitchen. That cumin is produced from the seeds plant. It is a small herbaceous plant which produces seeds. Understand? Now, yes, most common vegetable what we use daily is carrot. It is carrot is rich in vitamin A. Most of the children they like most this carrot. This prevents eyesight, as you know, isn't it? So, do you know the carrot from which part of the plant it is produced? It is produced from the root part. Understand? Instead of roots, the plant consists of carrots, so that what we eat as a food. Understand? Next, the most sweet stem we eat is sugarcane. Sugarcane is a strong, thick, stem-like structure which is juicy. It is very sweet, so that we obtain from stem part of the plant. So in the stem we will eat, avoiding the leaves and roots. Understand? Roots we will eat, avoiding the stem and leaves. Understand? So we can't take carrot leaves as a food. Understand? Root only we will eat. We can't take sugarcane root as a food because it is not useful as a food item. Understand? Stem part of the sugarcane plant is used as sugarcane juice to get. Understand? Now, turmeric, which it gives color to our food items. It is turmeric, paspu haldi in Hindi, and it is produced from the stem. It is also called rhizome. Understand? It is this rhizome you can learn in higher classes. Now, the most delicious dish liked by all children is potato, another vegetable. So the part of the potato plant what we take as food is stem. Understand? So the stem, the potato leaves and the potato plant leaves and the potato plant roots we will never use as food. The potato stem we will eat as potato. Understand? Potatoes curry. Next. Now let us start another topic about the previous class you have learned that which part of the plant we eat as a food, isn't it? Like carrot, tomato, potato, etc. Now methods, the part of the plant which we eat and what is the method of preparing it you are going to learn now. Understand? So methods of preparing different types of food and what are the food items prepared by that methods. What are the methods? You ask your mother, ask your parents that how she prepared idli, how she prepared chicken and mutton fries, chicken fries and all, curries, etc. Now let us see. So boiling is a method in which potatoes and eggs we can boil in our regular lifestyle. Understand? So boiling is a preparatory method to which we can boil potatoes and eggs. Understand? Now steaming. Steaming is the process of preparing the food like idlis. Understand? So which we keep on steam and cook our idlis regular. It is a healthy food, regular breakfast which we have daily. Now steaming is a method for preparation of idlis. Understand? Now next method is fermentation. Fermentation means mixing the dough and keeping it as a whole night so that carbon dioxide will be increased in that and some enzymes are added to that so that by the morning the dough will be very smooth and increase in size. So what is the fermentation method? Examples idli, dosa, bhaji, and we can prepare these dishes by the process of fermentation. Understand? Now next method of preparing food is roasting. Roasting means frying. Most of your parents they know this, but you may not know. So So chicken, mutton and other any items you can roast, you can fry it. Now deep frying. Deep frying and shallow frying are the two preparatory methods of using vegetables or very non-veg items. That is, deep frying means keeping the pan on the stove and pouring more amount of oil and putting that whatever items we require. That is example, chicken you can fry, fish you can fry, any potatoes or cutlets or any vadas you can have it by the process of deep frying. Understand? Now let us see another method, that is shallow frying. What is that? Shallow frying. What is the method? What is the food item they use for shallow frying? Shallow frying means no need to use much oil. No need to use much oil. Egg and potatoes and any other curries you can prepare it as process of shallow frying. And another, chopping and mixing. Chopping and mixing. That is, chopping means it is nothing but cutting. Cutting like fruits or vegetables you can cut and make as a dish. Understand? Now, so these are the methods which we use regularly in our life, in our regular lifestyle, that preparatory methods of different food items. I hope you all understood. So let us go to the next. So these are the common methods, preparatory methods of different food items what we use regularly. If you know any other preparatory items and what are the food substances, food materials, what your mother prepares, the method may be different. You can also mention in this. Understand? So I hope you have understood what is the food we are taking and from which part of the plant we are having that food and what is the method of cooking that, method of preparing that. And eggs and all will not be cooked in other style. Understand? And fruits and vegetables we will not cook in the dish by keeping on the stove. Isn't it? So if you want to have the fruits or any salads as a food, we have to cut and mix that, isn't it? And you can add some salt and pepper to that and you can serve it as a food. That it is also comes under preparatory method. That's why I wrote here, isn't it? Now, so up to now you have learned that what is the method of preparation. Now, how people develop different food habits. How people develop different food habits. What is the food mostly eaten by our Indians? Our Indians eat which type of food? And other states, I mean in AP, we are adopted to. How do people develop different food habits? How do people develop different food habits? So our India is a tropical country, in that in our Andhra Pradesh we will eat, most of our people will eat rice. Of course, along with the rice we will eat other sources of food also, carbohydrates, dal, milk, curd, etc. But most of our people adopted to eat rice, isn't it? So if you go to other states like Maharashtra or Rajasthan, how do the people they prefer the food? They prefer mostly they include wheat, bajra, corn, etc. Understand? So next, Maharashtra also same. Maharashtra also Same. They develop this wheat as a food. Wheat as roti they will prepare and they will take as a food, isn't it? So it is not like that. This type of food only we have to take, and whatever they get most variety of food in that place, they'll adopt it as a food. Understand? For example, in our AP, Andhra Pradesh state, most of the farmers they grow rice. Understand? Here also they grow rice, but more than the rice, they'll grow more amount of wheat, bajra and corn, etc. So they take it as a food for 3 hours of the day, that is in breakfast, lunch and dinner. Understand? So depending upon the growing of crops or fields, the adoption of the food is different for different people in our India only. Understand? And some based on the climatic conditions also, availability of food is different. You must understand that. Is it clear? So what we are talking about in our food as a lesson, so it is compulsory, necessary to learn all these things. So up to now what you have learned, who gives us what, which plant produce food, and we can eat this food or not, which part of the plant that gives us food. Understand? Now after all this, I want you to tell you that the source of the food, whether it is obtained from plants or animals. Let us go to this. So after that, the food item, whether it is produced from plant or animal. So up to now you have learned that the part of the plant, the part of the plant which it serves as a food for us, and how do people develop different food habits in various places in our India, you have learned. Now after all that, I want you to explain the food item, whether it is belongs to the plant or animal. Isn't it? Generally most of the students, you know that milk is produced, milk is obtained from animals. Isn't it? Animals like cows, buffaloes, etc. Isn't it? Cows, buffaloes, etc. Now, how do you get rice? Rice is produced from machines. Rice is from rice factory? No. It is from rice plant. Oryza sativa is the scientific name. It is a scientific name. Oryza sativum. Understand? Like grass. Now wheat, Triticum aesticum. Generally we call it as wheat plant. Scientific name Triticum aestivum. Aestivum species. Understand? So the part, you just know that no need of scientific names in the 6th standard now, but you should know whether it is plant or animal origin. Understand? Let me see this next. Chicken meat. We will get from chicks. Chicken, birds, that is under poultry. Poultry is a place where birds are reared. Hence ducks are reared as we know. Isn't it? Mutton. From which animal or plant we get mutton? If anybody say that plant, you are waste enough. But mutton we will get from goat or sheep. Understand? Eggs. Eggs how do we get? Hen, ducks, etc. Understand? So these are the different varieties of foods from which plant or animal we get. Is it clear? So these are all necessary components you have to learn in the first lesson as our food. Let us go to the next topic. So students, up to now you have learned the our food. In that our food, what are the different food items and what are the preparatory items of different food you have learned in the lesson today. And I gave you homework as what is your favorite dish of your friends, isn't it? And I'll send you to through the WhatsApp today this images, these pictures, so that you should follow. You should follow and you should read definitely and understand. I hope you'll understand this lesson. And if you have any doubts, you can post And name of the plant in today's class, what we have learned, name of the plant and the part of the plant which produces food, isn't it? Example, cumin seeds, menthulu, avalu, chilakara, hingua, these are all items we have learned, isn't it? And next this is our lesson of today. Let us see the next. And how do different people habituate different types of food. So in our AP, Andhra Pradesh, most of the people they used to have rice as a food. In other states like Maharashtra, Rajasthan, they grow most of the fields with crops like wheat and maize, isn't it? So I hope you all should read at home and understand the lesson and do the homework. I'll give you today homework.